Welcome back, fam. What's the deal? What's the deal? Come on in. Come on in. This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I hope you've been having a great day so far and really investing time learning more about yourself, your purpose, your mission, your life path. Like, why am I here on the planet this time, and what can I do to get more balance? Because the way they teach us in school, that stuff don't work, right? So it's all about unlearning and relearning and growing through this process of self-discovery, knowledge of self, realizing like, hey, there's always more to know, right? But welcome back. We are back continuing our presentation series. We're diving into the third set of these universal spiritual laws, right? And we're into the law of higher awareness, okay? And today we're going to be diving into the spiritual law of balance and polarity. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you, right? And on this channel here is all about remembering who we are and why we here. I'm here to to help to remind you of your greatness, right? I'm just a reflection of you in a different time and space, letting you know like, hey, it's never too late to rewrite your story, but you got to start now. Do it now, okay? But you got to have a plan. And as always, guys, there's no cookie cutter recipe to life, right? But our purpose and mission require to learn a whole bunch of life lessons to gain the experience and knowledge for our souls grow. So again, if you've been doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, it's never too late to rewrite your story. But you got to start with a new routine, a new schedule, a new belief system, right? New information that's going to give you some results. And of course, find you a mentor, somebody that's traveling that same similar path, right? They may have their own destination. However, they know they're going and they have the results and they don't mind sharing with you. Okay, right? But as you grow through this process, share your knowledge and wisdom with people. Don't leave people on second base, right? When you already at home and you ready up for bat again, right? So but share, help people level up in life. Trust your own intuition. It's not about believing what Chris is saying. Do your own research, but trust that inner voice that you have within you, your own energy. And I hope that makes sense so far. And during this time, each and every one of us should be transitioning from our jo bizzle, if you have them, right? And turn and really focusing your own energy into your own lifestyle, so you can focus on your family, yourself, learn more about yourself, your body. How does this thing work? How can I make things manifest? This is a suit, right? So how does this thing really work, right? So, and that your thoughts, belief, words, emotion, and action are always going to equal your reality and your results. So please keep your money in check right now, and transition from your jail bizzles, right? And really focus on yourself, okay? That's all I want to say. And so if you made it to this point, and just going, just trust your own intuition, and listen to these presentations and applying the information. This is not for entertainment. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to remind you of your greatness, because I'm not even talking about me in none of these presentations. If I do, is very little, right? Because I know part of my purpose here to help give you a quick tune up so you can tune into yourself, because all these different distractions outside of you, they want you to believe in them, right, versus you believing in yourself. So I'm here to tell you now, like, if the person doesn't tell you to believe in yourself first, you need to question that individual, okay? So don't look for nobody to save you outside of yourself, okay? It's an inside job. Happiness is an inside job. Your own personal salvation is an inside process, okay? I hope that makes sense, and we'll dive a little bit more into that a little bit later in some future presentations. But today, it's all about the spiritual law of balance and polarity. And by now, I know each and every one of you are being very intentional with everything you think, say, do, right? And you're being the cause in your life instead of waiting for the effect to happen. You're not waiting on luck. You're creating your luck, with your plans and actions, right? And your deeds, right? And you've been learning and applying these 7 hermetic principles by now. Because if you've been listening to all these presentations and you haven't used these things, investigated, read upon them, applied them, shame on you. You need to unsubscribe to the channel, right? Because you're wasting your time. This is not entertainment here, all right? This is all about self-development, knowledge of self, so you can tune back into your own power, so you can get things rocking and rolling in your life. So as you investigate your life, right, learn more about your name. Your name is your nature, your life path number. So if you need to learn more about your life path number, go to some of my previous presentations. I'll walk you all the way through that, and then I'll give you a personal walkthrough of what give you a spiritual essence of what these life paths mean from my point of view. All right. And there are other people, experts out there that, have, share the similar story, but, mine is more of a spiritual essence and why, how things work and why they work and why are these things happening in your life kind of deal. And then also, investigate into your natal chart too, okay? Astroseek.com, they'll give you, the foundation that you need so you can, remember. It's all about remembering who we are and why are we here on the planet. They will give you some, some tools, some guides to really get you going. And remember, you control your own destiny, okay? But use all these different tools as a guide, right, to get things going in your life, all right? So let's talk about the spiritual law of balance and polarity, give you some key talking points, because everything matters, right? And then I'm gonna give you my takeaways and get you guys out of here so we can really dive into this third set, with the laws of higher awareness, okay? We'll be talking a little bit more about karma next. So let's talk about these takeaways. So the higher self knows there's no right or wrong, okay? No good or bad, and accept that both light and dark must exist to maintain balance in the whole. I hope that makes sense. And then you also have the duality of polarity. You got the yang and the yin, male and female, black, white, left, right. You get where I'm going with this? But gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principle. Okay, even you, no matter what your sex is, we have these different polarities. Our bodies are like, batteries, like a battery. You got a positive pole and a negative pole. I hope that makes sense. But remember, gender, manifests on all planes, okay? And with this law of polarity, remember, everything in the universe has polar opposite. In every failure, there lies a success, right? And also, just to give you a visual aid, everything is according to the law, right? The inhalation, exhalation, the cosmic pendulum, okay? This is the bigger picture of the cause and effect. Nobody escapes this. We are constantly in the law of attraction and manifestation each and every day. Every thought, action, deed, the things that we have going on in the background, everything matters. Going down, the law of polarity, when it comes to this law, the universal law, states that everything is a continuum and it has an opposite, right? And we can suppress and transform undesirable thoughts by concentrating on what? The opposite pole. It has the law, it is the law of mental vibrations, okay? So, when you're going through a tough time, you got to ask yourself, why am I growing through this? You're not going through this, you're growing through this because you got everything is a lesson, right? And so you got to go the opposite direction and learn, why am I going through this situation? If you're going through money problem, maybe you're going through money problem because your spirit is telling you, the universal is telling you that, hey, you need to learn about money. Like, what is money and how does it work and why does it keep avoiding me, kind of deal, right? And leading to the presentation, as we get ready to go forward, learn about the universal law of polarity that creates balance in life, because everything's all about balance. And a lot of people been indoctrinated into really exercising only that masculine principle, right? Okay, and now it's time for each and every one of us to balance our polarities within ourselves, right? So we can tap into our creative aspect and also exercise that masculine aspect so we can actually bring things down to the physical plane so we can exercise our balance within ourselves. Because again, guys, as above, so below in your mind, right? As within, so without, within your body. As the universe, so the soul. All right. So we all still have the truth within us, but it's not found in books to any given extent. It has been passed along from lips to ear, like what I'm doing, right? And when it was written down at all, its meaning was veiled in terms of alchemy and astrology. So only those that possessing the keys could read it. All right. This is from the three initials, the Kabbalah. So right now, I'm here to help you remember to unlock the universe within you. Why? Because you are your own universe. With anything we discuss, guys, we talk a little bit about polarity, right? So it's a good side. There's a not so good side. There's some things we need to work on, some things we're doing very well at, but we still got to continue to work on ourselves, right? Balance those polarities. So if you got a weak spot, you got to figure out why you weak in that spot. Okay, there's a cause for every effect. You get where I'm going? So when it comes to the spiritual law of balance and polarity, is also known the law of symmetry, right? That's basically like, evenly distributing things out. Everything is balanced. It's evenly cut, right? So we experience, one aspect of life in our lives, then the opposite. We all been there, right? And the more we choose to explore that one extreme, the further from the center, right, we move, right? And then we must go the other way to really understand the opposite, like I mentioned to you before. So, if you're going through heartache right now, why are you going through these different manifestations of issues? Money problem, I told you that before. You got to learn about money. Why are you sick? Okay, are you putting the wrong things in your body? Have you been really being a good steward of the things you've been putting inside of your mouth, right, daily? Everything matters. So the more we choose to explore the extreme, the further we move from that center again, right? So we must go the other way to really understand this opposite. So as we get ready to lead out this presentation, guys, what are some things we can do? We got to know white. To know white, right, we must know black. To know positive, we must experience negative. Okay, so if we spend lifetimes of riches, and many of you guys been fortunate to be in families where, hey, you guys been rich or whatever, for generations, we need to experience the opposite. And a cheat code to that, you gotta have higher knowledge. So if you've been in that predicament, you gotta balance your polarities out and get higher on that scale to learn a higher aspect of money, so you don't get swept away like the people at the bottom. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So it's all about vibration, high, to a higher state with information, knowledge of self, right? That way you don't get carried away, okay, like the masses. I hope that makes sense. So all I'm saying is, when we experience lifetimes of, being rich, even in this lifetime, we got to experience the opposite. The universe going to send you a lesson where, hey, it's going to take a lot of money from you, and you pretty much damn near poor, right? Just so you can learn, like, hey, maybe I didn't have all my stuff together after all, right? Number 3, if we become a tyrant, basically, ruling up, feel like, hey, we're better than other people, and people, certain people are beneath us, our soul will want us to compensate by being a victim, right? And vice versa. So if you've been the victim where you've been oppressed, for years, and we talked about this in the karma, presentation, right? Then you got to go from the victim to being not necessarily the tyrant, but understanding, like, hey, there's a better way so we can live together in harmony. Okay, number 4, we all have unresolved aspects within us, right? And our overall aim is to really integrate these polarities so we can live in balance. And I mentioned that earlier, so our sole goal is to experience these polarities, gain the balance, right? How do we gain the balance? We got to work on the opposite sides. Okay, so as we grow through this process of self-discovery or knowledge of self, it's life is a continuum, right? You gotta keep continue to work on yourself, because there's always higher knowledge than what you know. All right, so as we get ready to close, guys, when it comes to the masculine energy, it's all about doing, thinking, logic, aggressive, while feminine energy is being creative, right, intuitive, and passive. But our soul's aim is to balance these internally. Okay, because like I mentioned to you guys before, no matter what your sex is, we all have a masculine pole and a feminine pole within us. But it's all about what? Balancing these things out internally so we can listen to our intuition. Okay, and that's what I mentioned to you guys before. We've been kind of preconditioned to really just only focusing on that masculine aspect of ourselves, and basically ignoring our feminine side. So what's happened, Mama Universe, Mama Earth, and the cosmos is lining things up, as above, so below, so we can really exercise our whole entire universe within ourselves. Again, because we are our own universe, right? So now your spirit, your intuition, each and every person, as the Kundalini energy rises all over the planet, your intuition is getting stronger and stronger. And for some people, their intuition is not even talking to them anymore, right? Because they are so locked down in the lower vibration. So don't let that be you. It's time to raise your energy, frequency, and vibration. Operate from that heart chakra, okay? And and it's all about really being genuine, authentic, being yourself. Okay, but as we close, guys, our aim is to balance all aspects of our lives, work on the strength and our weaknesses each and every day, because there's always more to know. But this has been my take on the spiritual law of balance and polarity. My takeaways, everything. The universe has rules. These things are rules. They call the universe for a reason. And you would think that, hey, anything that's created shit, it has guidelines. and principles to go by to keep order. All right. That's why we have a lot of chaos now, because things have been manipulated. All right. So, but this has been my takeaway when it comes to spiritual law of balance and polarity. Be sure to click that like and subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. And we will be back with our next presentation, to give you some more, takeaways when it comes to the law of karma, so you can get some things going in your life, right? But it's all about, you got to take action. This is not entertainment. These are some tools that I'm sharing, that you can really apply in your life, so you can really get some results, so you can help yourself first and then help other people. Okay. But our purpose and mission require learning a whole bunch of life lessons to gain experience and knowledge for our souls grow. It's never too late to rewrite your story, but you got to start today. Okay. But as you grow, share your knowledge and wisdom with people. Don't leave people on level 3. Okay. When you're on level 15. But trust your own intuition. I'm going to keep reminding you, listen to that voice within you, your own energy. Your thoughts, belief, words, emotion, and action are always going to equal your reality and your results. Keep your money in check. This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.